What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and we are back with another Marvel Snap video, and this is the third video of a series that I am calling the Deck Check. So today, we are going to be checking out one of the largest Marvel Snap creators, Cozy Snap's control deck, all right? I have tried control decks, never had much luck, but Cozy Snap says this deck will help us get to infinite, so I want to give it a try out, let you see it, see how it works, and maybe you can give it a try as well, all right? But before we get started, if you are new here, hi, my name's Chris, aka Bootman, and if you love Marvel Snap as much as I do, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell, because I love checking out different decks, trying them out for all of you to see if there's any cards that you want to try, any decks that you want to try. But I also like to see, because I am a consumer of content, I watch a lot of these videos, and I want to see if these decks work, but I want to show all the bad things that can happen too, because sometimes, not saying Cozy does this, but sometimes we see creators just put the wins in, and we gotta see like all around how well they work, all right? So if you're into that stuff, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we are trying to hit 3,000, well, 3,000 would be good. We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're at 1,900, so you could give me a wonderful Christmas present, help me get to 2,000. If we get to 3,000, that'll be even better. And all of you who are new subscribers, like we've gained over 1,000 in the last week. Like, I appreciate each and every one of you. You're awesome. We're gonna have an awesome community here. Thinking about starting up a Discord and stuff, because I love chatting about the game and all the stuff involving Marvel Snap. So if you're new, want to join this community, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell. All right, so anyways, like I said, Cozy Snap, we're gonna check out his commentary, breaking down this deck, give this deck a try. And before we go in, just like a caveat that I like to say with all of these deck check style videos, like, do not take this and my play and using the deck as gospel. A, you're gonna see I had to replace one of these cards in the deck, which I don't think is a huge deal. But B, remember, we all have different playing styles, so I might make some really stupid moves that Cozy never would have done, you know what I mean? So this is just to give you a rough idea of how these decks work, if they're good, if you wanna give them a try. All right, but anyways, let's check out Cozy's video on this deck. All right, before I hit play, another thing, when I watch these videos, I have them at 1.5 speed, and me personally, I usually listen to everything and watch everything at 2 times speed, so we're finding a compromise here. But quick tip, if you wanna get through like podcasts and audiobooks a lot faster, work your way up to two times speed. It helps me get a lot of stuff done. All right, so let's see what Cozy has to say about this deck. And by the way, check out his full video. I'll link it down below. A lot of the decks involve Daredevil. The reason I picked this one is because Daredevil is a control card that I do not have, and I want him oh so bad, oh so bad. He's been in my token shop, but I'm just like, I'll wait. I've lived long enough without Daredevil. I'm not gonna spend 1,000 tokens. All right, let's see what Cozy has to say about this.
Great deck, we'll play with it today. Let's move to a more control style deck, and one of my favorites. I call it the left lane winner. Now, easily one of my favorite pool 3 control decks, and this is the one that's the early pool 3 favorite. You might be seeing tons of pool 3 cards, but they're all replaceable for the most part. The way the deck works is by controlling lanes through Storm. You can shut down with a Spider-Man, Professor X combo, maybe Goose. There's a bunch of options out there. Sometimes locations are going to help you shut down a lane early as well. And then all you got to do from there is play either Captain Marvel or Vision on 5, followed by Giganto for the big power play finish. Now,
so Giganto is the one card I don't have. So you'll see when I go in there, I replaced Giganto. But yeah, so one of the things, the reason I haven't been a fan of control decks is because I don't have Daredevil. When you don't have Daredevil, especially with Professor X, there's a lot of guesswork. And one of the reasons I haven't been a fan is because of that guesswork, I have just screwed myself. You know what I mean? And I don't know if my intuition's just bad or what, but let's see how this deck works without Daredevil in it.
if you don't have Giganto, you can run Infinite instead. You can also do Hulk, even just a lot of power in the left lane.
So yeah, he says you can run Infinite instead. I almost did Infinite, and spoiler, I'm using She-Hulk. But yeah, Infinite, I don't know if I would use Infinite. I would probably use like a Magneto or even a Hulk instead of Infinite, just because in a control deck, and I might be wrong, but I don't know if I'd feel comfortable skipping a turn 5. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I would personally use Infinite, but I could be wrong.
Do keep in mind that you're going to get that little extra power boost with Giganto if you happen to unlock him. Captain Marvel can move to a lane on the control flooded location if you happen to lose that earlier on, or if they had something like Ironheart, or again, Vision on 5, move him over to that flooded lockdown location. And in the game with a left lane winner. Some fantastic replacements in this deck. Again, if you don't have Giganto, if you don't have Captain Marvel to move to another location, we've got cards like Gamora, who you're going to get that huge power much easier because you know what location they're going to try to play in. Spider-Woman is a great option as well to go and just nuke the power that they did lay and establish early.
Gamora's a pretty good one too.
Vision can hop around lanes if you need him on turn 5. We've got Juggernaut to follow up with the Storm play if you really want to make sure you win that controlled location. Extremely consistent deck and has control written all over it. Now another control.
So if anything, here, let me get the view back on there. If anything, I might, like, I was just thinking as I was going through this, like, yeah, Gamora would be great. For Vision, I might even use, like, if you don't have Captain Marvel, like, Vision is great. When I go through my alternatives from my deck, the Majantra's deck, I often say Vision instead of Captain Marvel. But another one, because we don't, the only 6 costs we have on here is Infinite, is Dr. Doom. I've been playing around with this one deck that is really, really consistent. I need to use it more. I might make a video on it. I call it Dr. Jube. But it involves locking down a lane and then using Dr. Doom, all right? Because Dr. Doom gets into lockdown locations too. So after you storm, then you can like do a little fake out over here, run Dr. Doom. So Dr. Doom might be a good one for this as well. But before I switch off, like, can we just talk about this real quick? Like, Cozy Snap, like, I think his production value, like, this is something I aspire to do. Like, this is just so much effort that I don't know if I would be willing to put in the time, but I love the way he lays these things out, has these templates. I like how he gives you the options here, because that's one of the biggest questions we creators get. Like, if you're not yet, but I'm sure you are, because he has like, what, 36,000 subscribers, make sure you go check out his channel. He does a lot of different content, aside from like decks, but he also goes through, he does like a weekly like meta breakdown. He does a weekly show with another content creator, I believe his name's Alex, and they do like 30 or 45 minutes on each other's channels going through different Marvel Snap contents. Like, awesome, awesome creators in the community, so make sure you go check them out. So getting back into this, so we got this set up. Cozy's actually the person I first heard talk about rescue into Professor X. That move right there I love, because even though you're doing some guesswork with Professor X, that's 12 power on a location. You know what I mean? And I heard him talk about it in one of those episodes that they do with their little show. And I was like, that is a genius idea. Because Rescue was actually supposed to be in my Majantra's deck, but I just got Rescue, so I was using Crossbones. So I've been looking for excuses to use Rescue. Maybe this is the deck that's gonna do it. But again, Cozy Snap, his video says this will help us get to Infinite, so let's give it a few runs. Let's go through. We'll get the wins, we'll get the losses. Let's see how it does. And again, just remember, my play style might be different from Cozy's, so just take this with a grain of salt. And again, I will be using She-Hulk instead. I believe that She-Hulk is one of the best cards in the game. I've said this before. We creators don't like telling you what to get with your tokens. This right here, I think, is a solid investment on your tokens. It's only 3,000 tokens, one of the most versatile cards in the game. And it's like she pairs perfectly with like a Sunspot, right? You have unused energy, buffs up Sunspot, and that unused energy makes She-Hulk lower. Works in so many decks. All right, let's jump into some games. Also, I may need to revisit the deck check and everything, because doing it on a Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday, when they have the hot location might not be the best time to test it. You know what I mean? All right, we'll drop you here. We can armor you up. We can armor you up, baby. Get in there. So I had somebody actually mention on another video, like Jessica Jones instead of Crossbones. And I'm like, possibly. The one thing I just don't like is just Jessica Jones having to not play on that location. You know what I mean? I don't think I've seen this variant. I like it. I like that variant. I like the cartoony styles. You know what I mean? That's what I like. Oh, jeez. When Electro comes out, I immediately think Galactus. Huh, so we could lock that down. I don't use Spider-Man that much, so like getting the strategy down for him is kind of like, ugh. So let's see, what do I want to do? Because usually you'll do like a Spider-Man into like a Professor X, right? Something weird like that. Let's see. I think here's what I can do. I'm gonna do Rescue into a Jessica Jones. Huh. He did Electro into what? Because that's gonna get this lane buff as heck, right? And then we can slam down She-Hulk. Depends on what their lockjaw pulls out. But you know what? Maybe Rescue into Spider-Man, right? Because then they can't play on this location that you're buffing up. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Oh my god! Okay, so we can really only do one move here.
Opponent snapped.
So you're 8 and you can move, but there's no way we're winning middle. So you're only gonna get +4 here, so we'll have 15. They'll need 9. We might have this, but by the way, Giganto would be perfect right here, right? Like left lane, Giganto would have been amazing. Let's see. I'm not gonna back out because we don't back out here. I'm kidding. Kidding. Back out if you need to. Ooh, that's annoying. But see, like I said, Hulk is an underutilized card. It is underutilized. It is just 12 straight up power. Just boom. See, but that was also one of those games where we didn't have too many control cards. You know what I mean? We had Spider-Man. And I'm wondering, no, because if I drop Spider-Man there, maybe that might have won. Let me know down in the comments. I'm trying to replay that in my head. If I drop Spider-Man over there, we would have had 9 plus Spider-Man. They would have had 2 Dr. Dooms, though, -2 power. Okay, Goose, one of the most underrated cards in the game. Glad Cozy put this in here. Wait, I don't even know if I want to do that, though, because they could drop low-cost cards that'll get buff. YOLO, let's do it. Okay. This is nice. If they're running discard, so they could drop their, whatchamacallit here. They could drop their Morbius here. That goes up to 4. Goose, I love Goose. I'm going to make a whole video on Goose. I said this like a week or 2 ago. Going to do a whole video on Goose. Let's see if we can outpower them here, though. Take some cards. Apocalypse, all right. Okay, Storm and then a Captain Marvel. I like it. Oh.
Wind, aid my hand.
This is going to be tough because we're behind here. Let's see. I could drop... This might be better, right? Yeah, because I won't have any energy left over. Do I want to do that? Because he doesn't really need to put anything there. I don't like this. I don't like this round. I don't know if we have any outs. Let's do it. Maybe since I did a Maximus, he has more cards going into his hand, so it'll be harder to discard. Okay. I guess it's not hard to discard Apocalypse. That's apparently the only card you have. Ugh. So we'll have one more energy here. Let's see what happens. So 9, you'll turn into 9 plus 5, that's 15. Why does it show they've only discarded 1? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else we could have done in that one. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, because like I said, I might just be terrible with control decks, but it didn't seem like we could have ran Spider-Man anywhere on there that would have been useful, right? Like we did Storm, but he had 2 low-cost cards that give you a decent amount of power, right? He had Morbius and Lady Sif. I assumed he was going to play Morbius here, but like, I guess if we played Sunspot here, no, because if we had Sunspot here, we would have lost this lane. Interesting. Okay, next game. Yeah, but also, I don't know. This is also one of the, like, this. I'm getting flashbacks of why I don't run control decks too much. It seems very limited, like, and especially, too, since I play Magic so much, like, not having her, like, I feel like I'm missing something. You know, the fact that I don't have the option to just open up the game a little bit more. Okay, so they're going to be running, what, a Patriot deck? I got Rogue, but is that really going to help me if they're running Patriot? Like, I guess if I take it from Blue Marvel or an Onslaught. Well, if I take it from Onslaught, that's not going to do me too much good, right? Oh, this. Like, yeah, you guys are seeing how these games don't work out, right? So I could play Rogue, all right, but what am I going to do with Rogue? I could play a Rock. And I don't like playing a Rock because then I feel like if I play a Rock, then they're like, oh, this guy's in trouble, you know? Wait, did I have to skip the first 2 turns? Holy crap. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay, you know what? I've had you pop out 3 times. Let's go. Okay, so it's
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
well, what I could do is just use Rogue as a way to kind of look at all these rocks. Look at all these rocks. What is happening? So this will just disrupt. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, okay, this might work out. Because taking that from Khazar, it'll buff up my rocks, right? Let's do it. Oh my god, of course I got Mystique. Of course I got Mystique! Ooh, look at that. Get him, Khazar. Get him. Okay. Holy crap, did you guys just see that? I got another rock. I got another rock up in here. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go here. There's a chance. No. There's no way he has Hulk, right? Because Hulk would add 17 here. But then she might fly over and he could only drop Hulk there. Let's see what happens. That could definitely happen. That's something that happens.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, Captain Marvel. Just stay put. Just stay put where you are. All right, but you guys are seeing just the good, the bad, and the ugly with these things. Like, it was kind of cool that Rogue was able to jack Khazar, but the fact that they had Mystique, that's one of the reasons I don't use Rogue too much. Rogue has an amazing ability. I think she should be buffed up to like like a 3-3 or a 3-4. Like they act like her ability is so good that you have to make her a 1. No, absolutely not. Because I was trying Rogue for a little bit, I think, when Silver Surfer decks first came out. And she would steal someone's, she would like, if they had Onslaught here or something, they would steal Onslaught's ability and I'd still just be screwed. You know what I mean? Like, but Second Dinner, if you're listening, buff our girl Rogue up a little bit, all right? One of the coolest X-Men. Give her a little bit of love. All right, we'll do 1 or 2 more. And I was literally thinking going into this, I was like, hey, I don't think we've seen Professor X once. And we're just now seeing She-Hulk come back. But yeah, first time we've seen Professor X, right? So let's do 1 or 2 more. We're cozy. We're gonna give you a couple more chances here. If this deck would let me go in the first couple turns. Oh, cool. Very cool. All right. So one cool thing that we could do. Okay, this actually might work. Because what I'm thinking is we'll run Professor X on Death's Domain over here.
Opponent snapped.
I don't know why you're snapping. Huh. This might work out.
Wind, aid my hand.
I don't know why you're doing that. So look, this is one of those things where we're gonna get 12 power right here. Why you? Like, unless they have a Jubilee. Give me Captain Marvel. Well, Captain Marvel wouldn't do much here. Huh. Yeah, so that kind of screws us both. Well, that screws me, not them. Sick. This deck is working out phenomenally thus far. Like, this guy's thumbs upping me like, bro, I'm infinite. I'm not dropping rank. Like, I'll snap your back just to give you charity cubes. Don't thumbs up me, Big B. All right? All right, this is what, game like 4, game 5, and I think we've lost every single one of them. So, if you want to use this deck, up to you. Let's see. What the? Go over there, Goose. What are you doing? By the way, can I just tell you? Can I tell you just how much I love Goose's animation? Okay, they're running Ant-Man. Typically, the only time we see Ant-Man in this is when someone's trying to run a Destroyer deck. Fine by me, brother. So here's what I wanted to try. I could Spider-Man into a Professor X, right? And just completely lock it down. Unless that happens, unless they drop 2 cards there. Okay, 2 power Electro. 2 power, okay. So, if I drop you, you'll be, what is that, 8, 16? So I think we're good, and then he can't destroy it. Holy mother of God. All right, you guys are seeing how these deck tests go. But like, I'm frustrated, but I do it for all of you. This is why, I don't know, like, I like trying out different decks, but you see how much goes wrong. So let me just walk you through this while we're waiting on the final turn. If I was running my other deck, my Magentris deck, right? Like, I would be flooding the board. I would also have a Shang-Chi right here, just in case they drop something high power. Sometimes when people do Galactus 2, they're running like, whatchamacallit? They're running like a Green Goblin or a Hobgoblin, which you can't do much with, right? But yeah, let's just take the L. We'll do one more game too. Sick, dude. Killed it. You killed it. But they're talking about nerfing Galactus. I don't have a major problem with Galactus. Oh, the other thing I was going to say too. Carnage, if you have a late game Carnage and you think they're going to drop a Hobgoblin, you're good. All right. Last one. Last one. Gonna try to get you a win, Cozy. Gonna try. You know, you label decks, control decks, the best control deck to get you to infinite. And man, if I could drop below rank 100, woo-hoo-hoo! Don't know if I'd be infinite anymore. So this guy's infinite too. He's got his little Herald of Galactus. This is one of the many games where I haven't been able to play on turn 1 either. Well, I guess the only 1-cost card we have is Sunspot, right? And not all decks where you can't do it, like play first turn, totally cool. Sure. This isn't gonna matter much. Oh. So this guy's gonna be running, let's see, Patriot, or something different. I was just watching Jeff Hoolan's video on best decks to play. Nope. Okay, there we go. So we need a we need our girl Rogue back again. But Rogue isn't going to do much good because the only reason that Rogue worked on the other game was because we had rocks. We had all those silly rocks. And did she work? We still lost. You know what I mean? Like, the only real benefit to that is just taking the ability away from them. I'm just thinking, like, if I lock down this, right? Well, if they drop cards here, like, I just don't even know if that would be worth it. If I lock down this, what's it really matter? That doesn't really help me in any way, you know? I think what I'm going to do, just because I have her, like, at low cost, like, boom, 10 power right here. That, you know what, like, you know what's kind of hit and miss, and maybe I just need to understand it correctly, is there's certain cards, like, for example, if you reduce, or like, if you like buff up a card, you do all sorts of stuff, like certain cards will get buffed. Like, I don't think Silver Surfer is a good example, but what I'm saying is, if you change the cost, there's that animation. If you change the cost of the card, then it affects, like, Goose, right? Because this should be able to drop there based on its original power, but some cards do that and some cards don't. Here, let's see what happens.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Look at that. Sick. Sick.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Yeah, we definitely lost this one. Nothing I can do. Like, I can storm right here. Wait. Yeah, like, what? Yeah, this one's lost. But here, just so you guys can see. You guys see the full L taking place. Oh, that's cool. Didn't know you could do that. All right, everybody, that was the deck check of Cozy Snap's control deck, and the title of his video, let me remind you, is, where is it? There it is. Best control decks to reach infinite fast. Not only do I not know if that deck will help you reach infinite, I definitely don't think it's gonna do it fast. You guys just watch that. If there was anything wrong with my play, my math, my understanding of how these cards work, let me know down in the comments. Like, I don't know if I'm just terrible with control decks. I'm not a major fan of them. Even when I go up against control decks, like I've played against enough of them where you know, like, if you're gonna be able to counter them. Like, for example, maybe I'll make a video on this. And by the way, I can't wait for friend matches where you can play against friends, so I can show you, like, walk through how to play against certain decks. Like, that is something I'm excited for. Like, I can't wait to play against friends, but that's something, but I wanna show you counters to control decks, right? Like, when they drop Daredevil, I have a strategy I use where they're not able to do much on turn 5. They get to look and say, okay, well, I'm kind of screwed here, right? But anyways, like, this deck, as far as I'm concerned, take it, throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage. If anybody out there wants to take this deck, use Giganto in it. Maybe Giganto's the winning card that you absolutely have to have for this. But if anybody else wants to try it, if you have better luck, go for it. But for me, still, nope, not touching it. I'll stick with Majantress. I have some other decks that I would rank way higher than this deck. Not a fan. So yeah, again, She-Hulk's dope though. If you want to get her, go for it, all right? But anyways, that's all I got for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell. Again, we are trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That is your Christmas present to me, all right? And I promise I will continue to get frustrated and annoyed testing out decks that we're told can get you to infinite, even though they might not, all right? So make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell. But other than that, have an amazing rest of your day. I'm trying to make daily videos, so hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, all right? But yeah, until then, I will see you next time.